Welcome! This is Fitness Anytime and Anywhere by Marzena. Today I'm going to show you my best exercise in the water with resistant bands. Yes, it's going to be a complete total body strength workout. I want to explain you what are the best exercise, how to do those, what type of bands to use, and how to switch between using less resistance or more. Because yes, for some exercise you're going to need easier band, for other you're going to enjoy more resistance. You can do this whole workout as one piece, or you can choose your favorite moves and just add them to any other of your Aqua workouts. In my channel, I share my knowledge about fitness. I've been a group fitness instructor for almost 2 decades now, and I have a lot to share. You're gonna find a lot of great cardio workouts in the water, on land, Pilates, fusion of yoga and Pilates, and anything else in between. I always encourage you that you do all of it. Don't pick your favorites. Oh yes, pick your favorites, but still do variety of different moves because that's the best for your body. Check my Facebook, Fitness Anytime and Anywhere by Marzena. So guys, today workout is again almost for our complete workout, and that also is going to include cool down. I'm going to begin with a couple warm-up moves, and I am using band with handles. Now, you can wrap your band around bar or anything else that gives you option to attach it. If the band is too long, just turn it around a couple times so you can finally find the best distance and you feel that it's enough resistance. For safety, always make sure that the band is attached somewhere that's at the level that's below your chin. Yes, these bands break sometimes. They will last you for quite a long time, but eventually they do break. And if that happens, you don't want the band or any other piece of the band anywhere near your face. We're gonna begin with squat. Regular squat or plie squat, it really doesn't matter. Every time you squat down, go ahead, stretch the band and push those elbows back to invisible wall that's behind you. I suggest you do at least 12 repetitions of each moves. In this workout, I'm actually gonna do way more. Squatting down, if you are doing plie, make sure your feet are grounded on the bottom of the pool. If you are doing traditional squat, just keep shifting your body weight back towards your heels. Keep your wrist neutral. Control your breath. Inhale into the nose and exhale out through your mouth. I'm gonna show you at least the first few exercises on a very shallow water level where the water is somewhere around my hips up to waist level, and then I will go slightly deeper. This also gonna be the recommended water level for those exercises. This exercise is mostly working your upper body, of course, your arms and back muscles. Now look what can we do for the opposite muscle group. We're just gonna turn this way. So now the band and the attachment is behind, and depending where the band is attached, you're either gonna keep handles below your palms or above your palms. It also depends on your height, so you have to experiment a little bit and see which option works for you. I recommend that you choose the band that when you stretch it twice of its length gives you challenged. You should be able to complete at least 12 reps or even more. But you want to make sure that those muscles burn a little bit at the end of each set. I'm continuing here with squats. making sure that I'm not leaning forward too much, maintaining shoulders square with hips, core engaged, controlling the breath, keeping wrist neutral. Now we're gonna add another movement. You're gonna push palms forward, open, close, and then come back up. On your way up, I want you to squeeze those glutes. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and up. Keep going. As before, number 12 would be okay. 16 would be way better. And you can do even twice as many reps. Now just open and close your arms. Couple more moves, this time really targeting chest. Please remember that you want your palms aligned with your shoulders. Don't go any higher than that. Hold that squat and up. Perfect. Now we're gonna try do something more challenging, and we're gonna lift up one knee up. So let's begin with right knee. It's gonna be one leg squat. So as you open your arms, you're also gonna open up your knee. My right toes are aligned with left toes, yet my right heel is above the ground. Left foot flat on the bottom of the pool. I'm just gonna open up this knee with arms and then squeeze glutes on the way up. This is definitely ideal water level. Why? Because you still will be able to work with your own body weight and then with water resistance. So that's another exercise where we have two friends, gravity and water resistance. Let's switch leg, and again lift up left heel, open up your arms, open up your knee, then come back up. There's one video in my playlist where I'm showing you 40 different variations of squats, and this is one of those squats, one leg squat. If you want to see how it's done on land, please make sure you explore those exercises. Keep going. This one is also great for chest and back muscles and of course quads. All right. And now we're gonna again wrap the band around the bar, and we continue this time pulling handles back toward ourselves, toward our ribs, closer to rowing movement. That's gonna remind you rowing this time. And this is traditional squat, which means that our feet are shoulder width apart, and on the way down you are shifting body weight back towards heels. Keep going, and as before, remember that wherever you are touching your band should be below your chin, even when you squat. Chin is up and parallel to the floor, abdominals nicely engaged, and you want to control tempo of this movement on your way in, and then when you slowly release it, okay? Make sure it's the same tempo. You don't want to speed it up. You want to build nice healthy muscles. All right, and now we're gonna balance 1, 2, and 3, and slowly release, and do it again. I really like incorporating bands into aqua classes because I know a lot of people choose this water workouts because they already have issues with maybe spine or knees or hips, and they don't want to lift weights. Well, here you can get amazing strength workout, which is easy on all those joints. Let's add side lift. Pull this band back 3, 2, and on your way up, lift up your leg to the side. Point your toes. Nice and low and up, squeezing those glutes. 1, 2, 3, and up. If you can lift up your toes up to the water surface or maybe even above, that would be very beautiful. Let's keep going. All right, now another exercise, and this one is a great balance exercise. we will be extending left leg and the opposite arm forward. I want you to take a moment here and really find your balance, engage your core, and then just move your arm and your leg up and down, controlling this tempo. Leg you are standing on is grounded on the bottom of the pool with knee slightly bent. And then you're gonna switch leg. Try stay in line, your arm and your leg, and just breathe through it. This one is a good exercise for healthy spine, so keep it on your list if that is your priority. Let's all keep it on our list because our healthy spine is super important. Try to at least 12, maybe a couple more. All right, and now we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna put one handle into the other one. So now you're gonna work with one long piece of the band, and you may have to move away from the wall a little bit. Look at this spinal twist. Okay, where I am, I don't get actually a lot of resistance, but I wanna be able to stay on the camera, so that's why. But in your case, you probably would move a couple steps away. Remember, it's okay if you stretch this band twice of its length, but not more. If you can easily stretch way more than this, it's time for you to get a stronger band. With this rotation moves, you definitely want to feel like it's coming from your legs, and then there is of course that spine rotation, but you don't want to lock your feet on the bottom of the pool. You keep shifting your body weight from side to side, just like that, with that circular movement. Handle and the band is below your shoulders. You're gonna exhale with a forward. So with that twist, you exhale. This exercise is best for your abs, especially oblique abs. Did you know that your oblique abs are attached to your lower back? Yes. Second move, we're gonna do spinal rotation and then knee up. On your exhale, rotation, and on your exhale, knee up. It's a great idea to do those moves in the water. They feel so different. And balancing is easier in the water. So for those of you who are maybe afraid of doing land class, well, look at this. Here's an option to get such an awesome resistant band workout in a pool. Let's now transform this knee to kick. Point your toes and kick as close to the surface as you can. We have a lot of repetitions today, but this is how we are getting a complete workout. So next day, you need to take a day off from strength training, or definitely skip this workout for tomorrow. You can do it 3 times a week, or again, you can just choose your favorite moves and add them to your other workouts. Make sure you are not leaning forward. Shoulders square with hips still apply here. Now we're gonna switch side and let's rotate to the other side. Firstly, just arms. During the first movement, you kind of are testing whether that's enough resistance, okay? If you feel like you could do 100 of those, how about if we don't? How about if instead you get a different band where you're gonna do 20 or maybe 12 and you call it a day, or at least a good workout. Guys, those bands are very inexpensive. That is why I strongly encourage you get your own bands. I will link another quick video where I just chat for a moment about those bands. I hope you're gonna click it and maybe I'll give you some tips, okay? So now we are working with that knee. It's a twist and knee up. And you really feel how those abs are working here. Okay, now adding kick. Here we go. Rotation and kick. and rotation and kick. And we continue checking on our breath. We exhale with movement. Sometimes when you purchase bands, they will also have a special attachments that you can use to attach it to whatever you need to. These particular bands don't, but again, it's very easy to just kind of wrap them around the bar or something and have such a great workout. All right, so now we're gonna move to the next segment. We're actually gonna step on a band just like that. And in a moment, I'll show you how this move exactly should look on land. So it's gonna be very hard to do it on land. That's why in the water, trust me, it's so much more fun. But here's what I want you to see. Pushing foot back, toes are down. And then you wanna make sure you stay in line with the motion. So there's no kicking to the side, okay? Just back, and then you're gonna come back forward, pushing it back, engage those glutes. You're not gonna kick up, just a little back, you see? It's somehow around knee level. So let's now do it in the water with our hands on the side of the pool. And we obviously gonna alternate legs. But first thing, make sure you test this a couple times and see how that feels. If you stretch it, you wanna feel the challenge, okay? If again, that's something you could do 100 times, it is not the right band. You wanna do 12 and be challenged, and maybe you're gonna do more with the same band. But again, we really don't have time to do 100 reps per side. I also wanna show you next transition in a moment that is gonna be side to side lift like this, okay? With this movement, you're gonna point your toe. So it's pointed, and now our foot is flexed again. And for this segment, I'm actually gonna move myself to a deeper water level. You can get a very effective workout on this depth as well. So let's begin, handles on the wall. Let's kick leg back and forward. And then we're gonna add that side movement. So you could do 12 of each and then eventually add that side lift. Now, which muscles are working here? Definitely our core, glutes, and hamstrings. But once we add that side to side motion, we also target out thighs and inner thighs. So yes, this segment is really gonna shape our thighs, which is very good. I recommend do 12 of each at your own pace, really just making sure you are taking a lot out of this movement. And you can blend them however you want to. You can start with a side move or you can kick it back first. In this position, we will have to lean slightly forward. So shoulders are slightly in front of our hips. Leg we are standing on is grounded on the bottom of the pool, but also slightly bent. And let's do a couple more. This is one of the most effective glute exercise that we can do in the water with bands. I'm gonna show you a few other exercises, and eventually we will try to do the same thing floating without supporting on a wall, but with support you're gonna get way more control over it. So the next one will actually challenge our balance, okay? For now, I want you to step on a band. You are exactly in the middle, and then watch, we have squat and overhead press, squat and overhead press. This exercise could be done on a shallower part or in here. It really doesn't matter that much. It's working your arms especially. So for this, I probably recommend easier band if you have two options. And if you try this with your band and you see like, whoa, I just can't even go halfway up. How about if instead of stepping on the band with both feet, you're actually gonna step with one foot and do exactly the same. Maybe instead of having squat, you're gonna have lunge, okay? So that would be your option. Stepping on a band and then pushing it over. It's working the same muscle group, but that's a variation for you if, let's say, again, you have more challenging band and you still wanna do this one. And then you want to try do at least 8 on each leg and then switch. Ooh, it's gonna burn. Keep going. The hardest part obviously is when you push those handles up. But on the way down, I want you to go slow. Good. All right, now let's do a couple more of those kickbacks. Imagine there's a wall behind you. You are pushing your foot back to the wall, and then you come back. I know you can barely see the band, but I swear it's there. I'm not cheating now. For this exercise, again, it's very important you choose the band that you can stretch. You need to be able to straight up your leg. If you pick the band that has too much resistance, you just won't be able to do it. Okay, now our side lifts go a little crazy here. We just go out and in and swinging it out and in. Do you see now what I meant by taking the same movement to the next level? Well, if you are doing this one with me, you are feeling it. I know you do. Keep going out and in. Woo! It burns. And it burns in the right spot. Yes. So go ahead, switch. Kick back. Kick back. Make sure your toes are turned down, not sideways. With this first one, your foot is flexed. Keep going. I like to go with quite dynamic movement here, okay? So you're not gonna go kick and then in. You're gonna kick and come back and kick and come back. It's a good tempo. All right, now swing it to the side. Did I say swing it? I meant lift it up, controlling the tempo. It is so cool that here we again go against resistance of the band and resistance of the water. This is just perfect that our spine is decompressed and our joints are getting a little bit of that break too, and yet we are getting an awesome workout. Okay, so now I want you to try do the same movement without being supported on the wall. It's gonna be way harder. Look at my hands. I'm holding those handles at the same spot, so you're not gonna push them back and forth. You need to stabilize your core and keep your entire body like this without much movement. And that's the most challenging part, trust me. Even if it's the same exercise you just completed, it's gonna feel very, very different without that wall. So do 8 to 12 and then switch leg. Yes, make sure you exhale with challenge. Keep going. Keep going, working those booty muscles, squeezing it. You want to be very careful so you don't kick too high, and you also want to make sure you don't arch your lumbar spine with this exercise. You keep core engaged, and that's going to stabilize everything for you there. All right, now let's move on. Next exercise, we also gonna step on a band with one foot. You're exactly in the middle. And now watch, we're gonna lift up our arms out to the side and then knee up. Try stretch the band twice of its length but you only want to reach up to shoulder level. You don't want to go all the way up or bringing those elbows towards your ears. That's way too far, and our arms are not actually working that effectively even if you go higher. Then you can eventually incorporate pulsing motion and even add kicks, okay? Here on land, I want to just show you how this movement looks, and eventually in the water, we are right here. Arms up, knee up. On the exhale, stretch it up, bringing those handles above the water surface. You don't want to be too deep because, again, being too deep is not going to make that much sense. Water around your chest is all you need, or anywhere below is even better. Remember to control that tempo each way, on your way up and also on the way down. I know I repeat myself, but this is very important. This is how you develop very strong and healthy muscles, and you develop them both ways. Stay nice and tall. Keep those shoulders back and away from ears. This one is such a beautiful movement, right? And it also works entire body, definitely upper body, but also core and our balance skills, which are so important. Are you getting better balance workout on the shallow water or deeper? The less water around you, the better your balance exercise. Let's pulse a little bit and now kick it. That's the second part. Here we go. Hold it up. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Oh, that's gonna burn. If you are doing this with me, I know we're feeling exactly the same. This is how we are shaping those arms. I want you to do more. Pulse it. Pulse it. Don't let your palms to fall too deep, okay? I want you to keep them very close and then above the surface. And again, keep going. All right, keep going. We still need a few more. So you guys probably now understand why I said don't do this workout 2 days in a row. Because you just don't want to repeat it next day. Your muscles will be a little sore. That is a good sign. Let's just finish this side. And then you can either take a quick water break or you can take a moment and watch me. I want to show you something very important that we will have to remember throughout this workout when we stretch bands with handles. Finish it up, couple more pulses. All right, so watch me real quick. Here's what I mean by keeping wrist neutral. You see how my palms are not bending like this or tilting back? Don't do it. When you notice this happens, you either gonna decrease range of motion or I want you to use easier band because you will be putting too much stress to your wrists. The other side, and we begin with singles. So stretch it out, reach above the surface, knee up. Now make sure when you push that knee forward, you really go through the resistance, okay? It doesn't have to be very fast tempo, but just again, don't allow your knee just float. You are in charge of the tempo. You want a good workout, yes or yes? And let me tell you this here. It is so hard to finish the opposite side because those muscles are already tired. But hey, we owe it to this side to get an awesome workout, right? It's exactly as many reps as we need today. You're getting a day off tomorrow, remember? From strength, but not from working out. I know that we all have our favorite sides. We usually begin with, let's say, right side. Well, how about if you do things different, or every other day you're actually going to begin on the other side. This way you know that you are working very effectively and you are balancing your body. So don't always start with your right. Start with your right and then with your left from now and then. Okay, a little more challenging segment, pulsing up for 3. Yes, knee up and kick. Then do it again. Are you breathing? Check on your lips. If you are closing your lips, you are not breathing right. I don't have to be there to know this. Are you guys enjoying doing those classes with me? I decided to make them a little bit longer, so maybe that's easier for you to just put your phone somewhere on the side of the pool, and this way we can do it together. Continue. Yes, I know by now those muscles scream, stop it. And guess what? I'm whispering here, don't do it. Keep going. If you want beautiful arms, we need to do a few more reps. It's really worth it. And so guys, why I have your attention here, which I hope I do, I want to do something here. If you know anything, any motivation quotes that you would like to share with others, please put it in the comments. There's such a big group of us, and sometimes we have those days when we just really don't know, do we want to work out? Why should we continue doing this? If you want to share something amazing, maybe your little story, or maybe just a good quote that really motivates you and keeps you going, please put it down in the comments. It's going to be so appreciated, and I'm going to pick favorite quotes and put it to my next video. Keep going. We have few more reps. I'm just also showing you how everything should be done here, how far up we go, and how the same exercise will be on the land, which you can always try sometimes, yes? What I also like about bands is that these are so light. You can take them anywhere, yes? And my channel is about doing workouts anytime and anywhere. They cheap, they small, they light, and anytime you travel, you can do, look, a total body workout in the water or without the water. Okay, here's how I'm gonna do something different. Look, instead of knee, we can lift up our leg back. So, I know those arms had enough, but how about if I just show you this one, and maybe every now and then you will choose to alternate doing lifts where you engage your glutes, or continue with your kicks, and then you can always switch leg. Okay, so every now and then, if you want to do something different, do this one. That's gonna work your booty a little bit more than kicks, especially if, let's say, you are putting this exercise after your kickboxing workout, and maybe you've been kicking for the last 45 minutes and you are done with kicks. Then you're gonna work back of your body, your posterior part, by adding that lift. Okay, next move that we're gonna incorporate are lunges, and we're now gonna work upper back muscles by stretching band back. Yes, I'm holding different type of band. This is flat band. There's gonna be a different video with this, but the movement is the same, okay? So with flat band, we can do very different exercise, but we can also do something identical. And I will show you how to do this move with handles as well. So if you have this one and you start stretching it, the handle starts to bounce and they are very annoying. So once you put your hands into those beautiful bracelets, you are solving this problem. Now on this water level, you are tapping your toe back and forward like this more than actually doing lunge. If you really would like to do lunge, you'll have to get to the waist water level or hip water level. But this is also great, so I'm actually gonna stay here. I have a very good lighting, and all that matters is that you can see me better. So again, if you have an option to go to the shallower segment for this one, do it. If not, stay with me. Keep stretching the band. One more time, you are maintaining your wrist at your shoulder level, and you are bringing those shoulder blades in toward each other with the movement. This is gonna make your back muscles strong. This exercise should be on your list 3 times a week minimum if you have a job where you sit a lot. Why? Because when we sit, we usually lean forward and we have back muscles really overstretched. Then shake those shoulders a little bit. Shake the band so it's not wet, and then move it over the head. We continue with lunges, and now we're gonna take the band higher. That's gonna work your upper back and your arms. Keep your elbows slightly bent. Pull it down on your exhale. Oh yes, you feel upper back. Yes, I know you do. Notice that the band is behind us, and I don't want you to drop your head down or forward, okay? You keep your head above your shoulders, right there. Keep going. Then let's add a little bit of pulse and knee or kick. Right? Let's do it again. Pull down, knee up, kick. Beautiful. Keep going. 1 and 2 on the way down, knee up, kick. Remember, your front kick can go as close to water surface as you can. It is really hard to target upper back with regular water dumbbells. That's why having band is such a cool idea. I'm sure I will convince you to get a band and try it. And once you try it, you will be addicted to it. I promise. It's gonna be a good addiction. Really good. All right, let's switch leg. I'm gonna keep going. Stretch it, feel the burn, knee up, kick. You can keep your toes pointed with this kick or flex. It really doesn't matter that much. We are giving priority here to strength and in this case to upper body. Keep going. So you're gonna stretch it above your head, and you can also stretch it here in front of you. If only you feel your arms shoot and can do a little bit more, always incorporate something. This one is full hour workout, and I really want you guys to feel completed. If you do a good workout, you are really proud of yourself and you don't go home or thinking later, or maybe I should do more. No. Let's move on to the next exercise, step and tap. I want you to start with your feet hip width apart, and then you're gonna stretch the band, stepping to the side, so both of your feet are on the band, handles below the surface. And now this is level 1, so it's a little bit easier. You can move forward with like the zigzag move, then you can go backwards. You can do couple steps side to side. If only you have more space, I say go for it. Take as many as 8 steps in each direction and then come back. Again, I am very limited. I want to make sure you can see me. So that's why I only do few. But you can surely even have a workout friend and go all the way to the other end of the pool. What's important here is that your abs stay engaged. You want to keep your knees slightly bent. You are mostly working your out thigh, and because we are in a water, inner thigh. So again, it's really slimming down our thighs, but at the same time shaping them. It's pretty great exercise. Anytime you go with diagonal move, you target those muscles from a little different angle. So definitely do zigzag, okay? Go to one side, come back, then zigzag, and really just experiment. You really cannot go wrong here. And what I meant by saying level 1 is that right now you are stretching the band twice of its length, and still it's kind of easy. I'll tell you why. Our legs are pretty strong, so stretching the band like this with our legs feels so much easier than doing it with arms. Give me some lifts. So now you're gonna lift up your legs, stretch the band, and then on the way down, you continue dragging it against that resistance. Keep going. Maybe a little bit higher, go for it. Now you're gonna cross handles in the water. You see how they crossed? This is what I meant by level 2, but that's in a moment. We'll begin with rows. So you squat and then you're pulling elbows off the water. Your right hand is pulling left piece of the band, and then it's opposite on the other side. Keep going, squeezing it. All right, now give me side lifts. That's your level 2. And guess what? You can stick with those lifts, or you can come back to step and tap and feel the difference. And what you're gonna feel is that it's twice harder than before. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit more rows, squat and rows. Keep going, squat and rows. Bringing those elbows above the surface, maintaining neutral wrist. Breathe in and out. Ooh la la. All right, we're gonna do a couple more lifts. And again, can you move around the pool when you do lifts? You absolutely can. Just make sure that range of motion and the right way of doing it is your priority. Then rows. Row, 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 keep going. Great exercise for healthy spine, right? Strong back muscles are supporting our position. This is such a great workout, even for your kids. All right, now we continue stepping on the bands, and now we're gonna do bicep curl. So that's a smaller muscle. Curl, curl, curl. And guys, with dumbbells, yes, we can target our bicep curls, but to a very, very limited level, very limited, okay? Let's be honest. It's mostly, if you were doing the same movement with dumbbells, you are mostly working tricep, okay? What happens is your bicep is only taking over as you are coming back from the movement. Here with the bands, 100% you're gonna feel that bicep. So very important that you incorporate resistance bands to your Aqua Fitness, to your Aqua Gym. And level 2, you're gonna lift up one knee and you continue this bicep curl. Ooh, that feels like more fun. You get a good balance exercise and you are still working that bicep. Keep going, please. I hope you already checked my playlist and found my favorite exercise for arms with Aqua dumbbells. That would be great idea to do those two workouts and just alternate them. It's gonna be very different strength workout. Just again, don't do it on every other day would be great. That's exactly what I meant. And make sure you continue keeping those elbows close to ribs. Exhale with effort. All right, moving arms over the water. So now you keep elbows close to ribs, then push it over on your exhale. Come back down for 2. Up 2, down 2. Once more, targeting arms, bicep, and upper back. You can now choose to keep both of your feet on the bands, or if it's too much, just one. Keep your body stable. Avoid moving your shoulders forward and back or to the side, right? Your whole position needs to be well stabilized, and for that you need to engage your core. You guys are getting closer to an end of the workout. That is why we move to those smaller muscle groups like biceps, and we obviously here have to do the opposite side, even if it's really the same muscle group now working. But if you are stepping with just one leg, you need to now switch. If you had both of your feet on a band, then you don't have to. You're just gonna continue with a few more reps. Breath in and out. Yes, even at the end of the workout, we have to breathe. All right, finish your last reps. Yes, those last repetitions are really when the magic happens. And it feels good. We almost done. Woo! All right, guys. Final exercise. I want to show you once more how you can use the bar. And so now you're gonna need a pretty short piece of the band. This is great for tricep. We're gonna do just one arm at a time because we've done so much for bicep. Now we owe it to the opposite muscle group. So a couple more times, just pull the band back towards yourself. You can do it with just one leg and challenging your balance skills again, or you can do lunge position, whichever works for you. And you wanna do minimum of 8 on each arm, possibly a few more. And then you're gonna switch. So now you are holding both handles. It's way easier now to keep right position for your forearm. Usually here we don't deal with issues that we are twisting or turning our wrists upside down. It's usually quite comfortable position, but just quick reminder, you still keep the handle below your chin. So you always need to attach it at some lower point. And with this exercise, we are getting close to an end of everything. But of course, I have a cool down for you. So for cool down, you definitely want to put those bands aside and just move the water side to side, allowing your wrists and your forearms to just float on the surface of the water. And then reach over and switch up as high up as you can reach, and couple curls, loosening up these muscles too. It definitely feels like this was entire body workout. That is why we're gonna target everything. Go ahead, move your arm to the side, hold it, make sure your shoulders are down just like this. Breathe into the nose exhale out through your mouth. Open up your arms and fall forward. I call this one bungee jumping. I would never ever do a real bungee jumping, but in the water feels like it. And then you're gonna come back. Your toes stay on the same spot on the bottom of the pool. So you only let your upper body to pretend that jump. Then switch on, hold it. Remember, shoulders down and away from ears. Breathing slows down. And again, inhale, open up your arms. On your exhale, follow your chest. And come back. You're gonna enjoy this one. This really feels like we are flying for a moment. Falling for it, yes. And coming back. And now go ahead, straight up your leg up. Now if you can reach to your toes, wonderful. In a moment I'll show you easier option. You can basically grab your leg under your knee and just hold it in this position. Try straight up. But if that's not happening today, don't worry, just do best you can. Good stretch. You can also put your foot on a wall if that's easier. And then release. Swing your legs, moving your knees side to side. Again, just allowing your leg to float. And just kick your leg to the surface of the water. Almost shake it a little bit. Squat down. You have your right heel on your left knee. Easy on arms. Just relax. Go ahead, switch leg, and again hold it under the knee, then straight up your leg and grab those toes if you can, lift it up. Whichever position feels good here is good. It's nothing that you want to prove to yourself at this point. All you need is a good stretch. So if you know you're getting most of it with your foot on the wall, please choose this option. And then again, just swing your leg. That feels so good. The better the workout, the better cools down feels. Guys, thank you so much for trying this workout. I hope you're gonna share it with your friends and your family. That really helps to support my channel. It's still a new channel, so it's still growing. It makes me very, very happy that we already have more than 5,000 subscribers, and it grows quickly. So by the time you're gonna see this video, hopefully there's gonna be way more, and it's all because of you. It is so appreciated. You have no idea. Drop your head down like it's heavy and then lift it up, stretching chest and upper back. Then you're gonna bend your arms behind, drop your head to the side, to the other side. And again, side to side. And we are done for today. I hope you guys had fun. I think this is a good moment to convince you to subscribe to my channel because I have more videos with bands, but this is for the next time. So if you don't want to miss this video, click subscribe. This way you're going to be notified when it's going to pop on. And the next video will be with flat bands. This is going to be actually interval workout. So we're going to use band for strength, and we're gonna use our body and water resistance for cardio. So way more intensive, very different moves. I'm not gonna show you all because I want to keep you curious what's gonna be then next. Thanks again so much for watching. I will see you next time. Good job today.